Oh, Trapper, what's your beef? I've set it up. It's time. Let's get it. We only do it once a week. Let me start first with the tweets. And if you're watching on CBS Sports Network, there it is. The big, ionic, plastic tower of beef.
Ionic.
Phone calls coming too. First up, this guy's going to set the tone. Jimbo, my beef is with Santa Claus. I thought that I was done with giving and getting no credit, but it's now the grandkids' turn. This fictitious fat fraud is sticking it to me again. What grown man dresses in costume? Well, besides Raider fan. You suck, Raider fan. Santa Claus. Ron in Colorado. All right, off and running. At Buddy's Night Out tweets, my beef is with every driver in South Florida. They're either driving like they're in a police chase or they are 90 with their blinker on. Self-driving cars cannot get here soon enough. At Purvin Liar tweets, Yimmy, my beef is with entitled dads naming their sons after themselves. I like that. I mean, I don't agree with that necessarily, but I like that because it's tight, it's short, it's concise, it's precise. Let's see here. Rome, my beef is having to listen to your voice and show while I'm in my important Zoom classes because my dad is blasting it while he works from home in the next room over. And unfortunately, the show is starting to grow on me. Signed an angry communications major, Clarissa, from Livermore, Cal. War Lady Clones. She wrote that, War Lady Clones.
War Lady Clones.
I feel you, Clarissa. Stay in the fight. The show will grow on you. Dear Romy, my beef is with people who say, let's hop on the phone. Kangaroos hop. Bunny rabbits hop. There are hops in my beer, but we do not hop on the phone. If we did, we would destroy that phone before we had a chance to talk. You can hop on yours all you want, but I'm not hopping on mine. War Eagle River. Mike in Madison. Snagger, my beef is with Eats His Own Yawn Guy. He sits in a meeting, he starts to unleash a mammoth yawn, then realizes the poor timing and immediately chomps that thing right back down. Either suppress it from the beginning or go full pet it and own it. Matt and ATX, what did Pet It own? Let's see here. Mount Baker James tweets, my beef is with my Christmas tree and its unquenchable thirst. If I go more than 8 hours without giving it a gallon of water, then my living room suddenly looks like the sidewalks of downtown Seattle. Needles everywhere. Dude. That's the best one so far. Happy holidays to Jim and staff. Hey, Chuck, really quickly. Are we getting holiday cards? Are we bumping them in? That's your job, dude. That's your job, dude. You're supposed to acknowledge them or get me to acknowledge them when we bump in because I'm multitasking. Happy holidays to Jim and staff. That's just me passing the buck again to Chalk. Chalk's like looking over at Alvy. Is that my job? It's your job, dude. You know why? You're a loser. All of you are.
Loser.
Show me your resumes. What have you ever won? Happy holidays to Jim and staff. I've got a beef with M&M's. Sometimes when I reach into a bag of peanut ones, I get a rotten one that looks like a dead acorn. I eat it anyway, but it bugs me. They also put W's on a lot of them. Such idiots. Sarah T. She's got a point. Yeah, Teriyaki 240. This guy's good. My beef is with hockey fans who shout, how much time's left? Preceding the PA announcer acknowledging the last minute of the period. Are you watching the game or are you watching the clock so you can perfectly time this lame, cheap pop? That's good too. I like that. Jim, my beef is with these 50-something men divorcing their wives and going to college bars and grinding on co-eds. Stop putting ideas in my husband's head. Signed, Mrs. Gerrit in Utah. Wore the chicken man. So is that a real thing? Is that Mrs. Gerrit, like a real Mrs. Gerrit, and she wore the chicken man? I like her. Stop putting ideas in my husband's head. Wore the chicken man. Rome, my beef is with you. You will invest in any harebrained scheme that promises to lose money. Rock bands, horses, restaurants that are dead before they start. But right in front of you, you have one of the best restaurants ever needing new locations, namely in South Detroit. Bring Javier's here. Make bank, Jeff in Detroit. Hey, listen, my guy. If Javier himself, the legend that is Javier, ever said to me, Jim, would you like to participate in an opening of one of our restaurants? I'd say, my man, where's the pen? Javier keeps that in the family, and I don't blame him. And by the way, I don't need to invest in Javier's. The fact that I can even get a table in any Javier's is more than the ROI I could ever hope for. You know what? It's funny. I've invested in some of the most speculative things in the world, high-risk things in the world, and some have paid off in a big way, and all of them have cost me huge money in a big way. I get some of it back in some of them, and I've lost everything in some of them. So you got a point there, Jeff. Dave the Rocket Guy tweets, my beef is with the tools at work that have to make the same tired "see you next year" ha 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 joke before they leave for the holidays. Hey, Jim, my beef is with my ISP tech call center. When you call them after your internet connection goes down, and the first thing they ask is, have you unplugged your modem and plugged it back in? Sure glad I pay an extra $50 a month for that. I might as well just call the XR4 Ti. BZ in Pensacola. What do you mean by that, BZ? Rich P tweets, my beef is with those ridiculous Xmas car ads with the couple exchanging gifts. She gives him a Fitbit watch. He gives her a $60,000 truck. He gives her a cute puppy. She summons up a $70K SUV. In what fantasy life does that ever happen? That's good. Jim, I have beef with my family. I have it on good authority that nearly everybody else in America gets a new Lexus with a shiny red bow on it for Christmas each year, and I have not even had one December to remember. Step up the game, fam.
Step your game up. Family.
Vince in Illinois. Hi, Jim. You want to know what my beef is? My beef is with people hosting dinner parties and asking you to bring one or two dishes. Hey, lazy ass, you're supposed to be the host. Be the host. Happy holidays, Bella B in Calgary. Eric Russell's in. My beef is with people who use their turn signal halfway through the turn. Rome, since it's that time of year, my beef is with Ralphie from A Christmas Story. That little butt face spends the whole movie whining about that stupid BB gun. So he finally gets it for Christmas, goes outside, and gets knocked on his ass when he fires it. Who the hell gets knocked down by the kick from a BB gun? Then he steps on his glasses and becomes a whiny little bitch. He starts to fake cry and then lies about how he got hit by an icicle. What a loser. Tom in Virginia. Well done. Tachio Dubs tweets, my beef is with clones who recycle their beefs every Wednesday. There's a reason why Count Chalk and Romer ignore your What's My Beef take last Wednesday and the Wednesday before. They're garbage. Step your beefs up, losers. Hey, by the way, that dude's not wrong. Loser. That dude is not wrong. He knows. Let's go to the phones. 1-800-636-8686. Let's go to Matt in Alaska. Matt in Alaska. Matt, what's your beef?
Jimmy, what's going on? I got a real beef with the office potluck this time of year. You know, I already have to sit by Diane and smell her twice an hour as she refreshes her cigarette perfume, and I have to listen to Jim on the other side of me chomp on his snacks all day long. The last thing I want to do is go into the break room on my 1 hour of free time and eat Diane's Marlboro casserole and try and enjoy this joint office taco bar. So when you ask me, boss, where I was for the office potluck, I'm just going to tell you, I wasn't there, and I'm never going to be there. War naming the next filly that runs Lady Clone because they make it better. Merry Christmas to you, Jimmy. Merry Christmas to the XR4 Ti. And, well, Merry Christmas to the clones. I'm out.
Nice job, Matt. The Marlboro casserole. Strong. Let's go to Texas. Ed in Texas. What's up, Ed? What's your beef?
Hey, Jimmy Wisco. Yeah, my beef is when you're home for the holidays and you're watching a movie or streaming with your parents, and all of a sudden 2 or 3 people start wrestling, and I got to go, wow, give me the remote, and y'all knock it off. Really? Get some control. I don't need a little brother. Jeez.
Ed in Texas, dude, you probably should know what movie you're watching, right? You probably don't want to break out the porn when your parents are in the living room. 1-800-636-8686. Bob in L.A. Man, I know this guy's got beef. He's got beef. See, Bob in L.A. is the one good guy who understands what I'm saying, that you don't need to wait for a beef segment to have beef. But he's got beef during the beef segment, too. What's going on, Bob? What's your beef?
Well, Jim, how about when you go to the hospital, they put you in the dressing room and they hand you a smock with 3 holes in it. And there you are trying to put it on, getting over it and everything. And after a half hour, you know that you had to go to medical school to be able to put the damn thing on. When you get it on, it's only on half-assed and you got that extra hole going. Then you walk out into the waiting room and there's 10 other people half-assed naked with that extra hole hanging out. Come on, hospitals. Put 2 holes in the damn smock so when we put it on, we'll be able to cover our ass. Okay? Jim, I'm half naked and I am out.
My man, Bob in L.A., he did it. Man, he got that plane down. And not only did he get that plane down, he nailed that. He's so right. He's talking about hospital gowns is what he's talking about. I know when I had that double hernia surgery, I've never felt so inadequate in my life. I'm like, how the bleep does this thing work? You know, I'm putting it on backwards. I'm putting it on frontwards. There are holes. I don't know what goes in what hole. He's right, man. And it is awkward when you're walking around half-ass naked. Let's go to Buffalo. Nice job, Bob. Margo in Buffalo. Margo, what is your beef?
Hello.
Hello.
Jim, my beef is with all the lazy bleeping morons who don't brush the snow off of the roof of their cars. I mean, it's nothing like cruising down the road and having that miserable blur of snow, or worse yet, a huge sheet of ice come flying off right in your face. So can I just say, don't just brush it off, brush it off, okay?
Okay. All right. Margo in Buffalo. I am from Southern California. I am not aware of snow etiquette on the roadways. Let's go to Tommy in New Orleans. You made it in. Tommy, what's your beef?
Romulus, what's up, man? My beef is the same as last year. We still got these coops running around jamming fake antlers and fake wreaths and fake noses in their cars. Look, man, we all know it's Christmas. We're already miserable about Christmas. We don't need to know about it anymore. But they took it to the next level. Now I got coops riding around with actual Christmas lights on their cars, and they're lit as if there's not enough distractions on the road.
Man, you know what I just said? Well, actually, somebody else said my beef is with clones that are resurrecting their beefs week to week to week. And that beef that I had last year, that he's right. Hey, listen, I don't want to get on the wrong side of car antler nation. But if you've got antlers on your car, man, you're a loser. And show me your resume. You've never won anything. If you have antlers on that minivan and a reindeer nose on the front of your car, you are a loser and you've never won anything. Ask Herb. Man, that segment went fast. And there's still a line of people around the block with